All right. Okay, it's an exciting horsey play day today. We're gonna do something a little different. Gracie's out. She's fire breathing dragon magic right now. Oh my goodness. Look at her. She is all lit up with energy. It's a beautiful day today. And let's get some more horses out. So what we're going to do different today, I'm going to place you guys here for now. And I'm going to put them all out. And I'm going to stay here this time though. So I'm going to switch out my lens. Man, I love the look of that. Whew. It's blowing out fire. And we're going to stay out this time and see how things go. I get a request for that every once in a while. Just, you know, have you tried staying out of the arena, see what they do? I have. All the time. Just, you know, when I have the camera, I go in. But every other time, I just, you know, almost always just kind of stay out, do some chores, go in later. So you guys get to see sort of the more natural approach. I've got my little helper today. She is currently grabbing Lena. And Gracie loves a friend, so she's getting pretty excited. So let's go grab some more friends. Yeah, that was really good. Okay?
Liz was very patient. She deserves an apple after.
Okay, that was a fantastic release. Look at this morning sun shining through. Okay, so Lena's next, and then I'm going to grab Yoka. And then the boys. Okay, so this is a lesson for her and everybody watching, perhaps. It's good, everything's quiet. See, Lena's being very patient. Yeah, no, it's always safer to wait. So the girls are over there, farther away. It's always good. There's no problem being cautious, especially if you have a patient horse with you. These two are probably going to roll, which will be a good thing. Calmer, not running around. Great time to let a horse go. $2,000. Come on. $2,000 horse. 3,000. $4. That's a lot of roly-polies.
I feel like the Wildies are better at rolling than these horses.
Yeah, the Wildies are better than rolling at her. Lena's pretty good though. 1. She went over again. She's 5. 6. Holy smokes. 7.
Yeah, Lena got 2,000.
Lena's at 2. It's a competition now. Oh. That's it. Hey, come on, Lena. Stairs are a little in the way, eh? I might have to change position. Oh, Lena. She's feeling a little young today. That's good. Okay, here's the race. Oh, only one of them's doing the race. Nobody's joining her. Oh, what a beautiful morning.
You okay, Lena?
Okay, so I think we need Yoka in pretty soon. Oh, is this the race? We always got to do a race. They're moving.
Meatball's getting all excited.
Yeah, Meatball's getting excited, which is Mr. Wild. Okay, so they're all the way at the back.
What do we get next?
Yoka, I think.
Is she like really excited when I let her go?
She can kind of give the idea she wants to leave, but not overly excited.
Not like Gracie?
No. Okay, I'll leave you guys wide. And we're gonna go grab some more horses. And I bet they come running back up to the top and all kinds of stuff like that. So maybe just a little like that. And we'll be back.
Of course not, no. It's risky. Again. Just keep on speeding up so I tell him to go back. Wait, don't take Lisa out yet. I haven't got Luke in yet. No. What if I need help? I know. Said he's better than Lena?
Yeah, he's really good. Looks amazing. Gotta move the camera a little. Not be in the sun so much. Come into the center a bit. Maybe. There.
I don't know if I can do it.
No? Do you want me to do it? Okay. We have lots of space, you're fine.
Yeah, but Ronnie just came trotting up. Luke, stop it! Stop using me as a scratching post.
Not a scratching post? You look like one.
I do actually.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead. You'll be fine. All the horses are totally chill.
Yeah.
They're all walking away, doing their own thing. Little Miss is going for another roll. Is it a multi-$1,000 roll? Looks like it. 2, 3,
Wow.
3, 4, 4.5. Yep, that's it. Big shake. Fantastic. That's good. I apologize for the noise of the neighbors. They're testing out their dirt bikes. If you hear a little bit of noise, it's them. And that's that. Good job with lock the gate. He's sniffing your hair. You must smell kind of tasty.
I mean, it does look kind of like hay.
Looks a little like hay. I agree. Holy, Roni's rolling. Gracie's rolling. Luke's gone. That's it. He says it's roly-poly time. Let's see what Luke does. Gracie's rolling. Everybody's rolling. I had a question about, like, why do my horses roll so much? Well, the sand feels good. They love a good back scratchings. And that's why they do it. I don't know why other horses don't do it. I figure every horse in the world does this. Roni's coming up. He's got high head. Luke's finished rolling. He only made it over a couple times, I think. Lena's rolling again. Beautiful morning for this. Whoa. Everybody's moving. We got one more horse to bring in. Oh, Luke got told what to do. Yeah. Okay, last horse.
Whoa, look, little miss. Ah, I told you yoga.
Yeah, he's talking. He's got a lot of hoppy skippy right now. Wait. He's pretty good though. Excited, but don't freak out on me. Yep. Okay. Yeah, he's good. All right. So, what's he got in him for a roll? 1,000. Almost 2,000. 3. Jeez, hey. Today is a super roly-poly day. 4. It's good practice. Good. Look, everybody's moving. I don't even know where to look. Little missus come up to the corner. Boys are there. Okay, I was going to use my telephoto lens for this. I don't know if I need to. Look at these guys. It's just beautiful morning. Just a beautiful morning. Okay, let's give it a go. I'm going to switch out and then we're going to get some close-up shots. Okay, new lens. This way we can zoom in all the way to the back, as they seem to spend so much time back there. So if they come up to the front, it'll be super close-ups. But I do get a lot of requests about taking video of me not being in there, not affecting them in any way. And so here we are. Let's see what they do. Might be interesting, might not be. Can't hurt to experiment a little. That's good practice for me, to be honest. Water. Always have a water bucket in your turnout area, I say. It's inevitable. If you keep them out for long enough, they're going to need a drink. Especially if they're running around. But you never know when you take them out of a paddock, whether, you know, maybe they were minutes away from getting a big drink of water and they're really thirsty and they've been holding off. Just for that last bit of food or something, or maybe they're having a nap. Like, you know, I just got up from sleep, I could use a drink, and then you put them out. So that kind of thing I think is important to think about. Had a lovely phone call this morning. Had a couple questions on sizes of shirts and stuff, and some very nice people. If you're watching this, thank you very much for that. Great phone call. This is full of all kinds of your horses are amazing and stuff like that. So it's always nice. Look at the fog traveling. I don't know if you guys, if it really shows up well. See, it's moving. A tiny bit of wind and the sun that just sort of peeks through. See, everybody's a lot quieter when I'm not in there. They run around a little, but for the most part, they just take it easy a bit and wander. When he's making a move, he says, what does he say? Lena, stay with me. These two are supposed to be good friends, right? Let's see if they stick together. The boys are moving. Yoka's got some things to say. Oh. What does she want? She wants Luke, I think. I believe. Comes Luke up for a drink of water, maybe. Just a great specimen of a horse. I'm starting to think that we might be able to move onto the stairs, but I think everybody would just come check me out, and then I don't want to have anybody to take video of, because they'll all be right next to me. And when he's still moving around, he's got an interesting sort of flanking maneuver. He comes out wide. Oh, Luke's finished his drink. He's coming in strong. She yells at him, says, "You can take a leg to the chest." Luke doesn't care. Says, "No problemo." It's getting a little foggy. Oh my god. Can't see anything. There's too much breathing and steaming. But that's how it works. Chilly morning. I think it's about 2 degrees or so. 2 or 3 degrees Celsius. Which is just barely above freezing. Oh, couple of kicks. That's Gracie, by the way, as usual. She's got to yell out at everybody. She's got her best friend. Let's be friends. Here comes Yoka a little bit. Oh man. It's getting harder to see. As they start exercising and moving around more, they put off a lot of heat. Horses are very hot creatures. And it brings me actually to a subject about a lot of people ask, don't they get cold in this weather? A lot of places you drive by in even up to 10 degrees Celsius, which is quite warm. Horses are blanketed, and the fact of the matter is, as long as they're fed well, absolutely not. Look at this thing just steaming. I mean, when was the last time, if you were outside and it was kind of cold and you were steaming, how hot did you have to be? Well, that's how hot they are. All the time. if fed well. And they're constantly creating an abundance of heat. So they don't get cold very well. In fact, in many cases, it's hard for them to cool down because they're so big. And it's simple physics. If you think about it, in terms of water, if you were to take a cup of water or a bucket of water, and you put them both in the freezer, or you try to boil both that same amount of water, it takes longer to get there, and they also hold there longer. So a larger body holds its energy. And then the mass of the body, the sheer amount of blood and energy created, that's why a lot of birds will die in the winter. Too small mass. This is just the science of it all. And this is the objective proof that we can see. I mean, it's close to freezing right now, but as you can see, all these horses are really steaming off. Some is just breathing. So, when I'm not in the arena, and I'm not contributing to the push to the pressures of having to shuffle around and stuff like that, they tend to be a little quieter. Somebody might say, what did Yoka do that for? It's a great question. Personally, I think she'd like to just have Luke all to herself. She says, no sharesies. I need some scritchy scratches, and this guy's the best man for the job. I shall capture him for myself. Now, Luke's a no caresies kind of guy, so he just lets the girls sort it out. Look at these three. What's happening over here? Mr. Wild and Little Miss are having a chitty chat. Gracie's probably going to tell him to take off in a short second. Possibly. Let's find out. Let's wait and see. What will they do? If he bugs her enough, I'm sure she'll tell him. Oh, I wouldn't come around this side, pal. A lot of worries here and there about the horses and stuff like that. I try to put out these videos to relieve that stress. You can see for yourself whether or not the horses are having a hard time, whether they've made friends, whether they care, whether they can defend themselves, whether they're hard done by. I had somebody say that poor little Mr. Wild here is tortured by Luke. Tortured, they said. It's like, if he's so tortured, why does he keep approaching him? Never leaves him alone. Him and Luke play all the time. It's horseplay. Luke's got the girls again everywhere he goes. It's like a magnet. Oh. Oh, jeez. There you go, see? Looks like you're in trouble now. It's going to be a competition. I had actually another great statement or question about whether or not, as Mr. Wild gets a little older, bigger, as he keeps challenging, here comes Roni, as he keeps challenging Luke, will he win one day? And I'm thinking probably. He never gives up. He's always trying to kind of be top horse a little bit. Him and Roni are super interesting, to be honest. They will do this. They will beard trim for like 20 minutes. I'd waste my whole memory card just watching this kind of thing. It's incredible. They just do this the whole time. It's so foggy today. We're only, I don't know, maybe 120 feet away from them, but it just looks like mush. Got the camera on the lens again. Let's move. Back. Over here. That might might help a little bit. It is a challenge. One of the questions I had on the phone call. Oh, how do you do this? You know, take video. What do you use? How do you manage? It's a challenge. But as you get better at it, there's a great little speech by this guy named Ira Glass. And it's just this 2-minute thing. If you look up Ira Glass, it'll be like one of the first things that you see. And it's about the concept of creating and storytelling and being creative. And I don't know if it's supposed to be a motivational speech, but it's, you know, like one of those obvious things that you probably know but don't put into words. But the bottom line is that whenever you're trying to create, you have to get a lot of practice. And for the first little while, you're going to kind of suck at it. And you'll know you suck at it because you have good taste. You think you know what looks good. But you suck at it at first. And so it really takes, like, I don't know if he gave a number or anything, but if in my mind, it takes hundreds of times of doing this type of video. And then sooner or later, you just, you know, you get a bit better at it. And then a little bit more, a little bit more. So, you know, to answer the question, probably a bit of a simplified manner, it's really about just keep trying, keep going, keep practicing over and over and over. And sooner or later, it becomes a little bit more natural to follow. So if these guys were moving around, which they're not, they're kind of statues at the moment because I'm not in there. If I were to have to follow them around, I'd get a little bit better at it the more that I get to do it. For the benefit of everybody else, benefit of everybody that watches these videos, they can say, oh yeah, that looks good. That's framed up nice. You know, if we wanted to frame these guys in nice and tight, we could be there. If we want to follow their movement, we'd be a little ahead of them. You know, put Luke's butt on the right-hand side. Stuff like that. Practice. Over and over. These two look good together. Sun coming in. There. Looks fantastic. How's it going? You need something from me? Okay, well these guys aren't doing anything. We'll just take a short break and I'll come back maybe when they get a little bit more interesting. Okay, I've changed positions. It turns out there was a dead mouse, which is both good and bad. We like mice, but we don't like them in our barn. So this is the problem with the telephoto lens, because I can't zoom out any more than this. What am I going to do with you? You're just a blur. Yeah, you have to be 1.5 meters away from me to be able to focus on you. Hello. Okay, well you have to go away. Okay, go. It's not gonna work. See, this is why telephoto lens is no good. But I wanted to be able to capture some really nice non-foggy, so if we're not shooting through the fog, then we might have some luck. Let's see. Honestly, take off. Go on, back up. This is adorable, but in the way. And I'm on the bridge here, so I can't actually go back much further. Go back just a little bit. But I wanted to be over top of the fence post. You guys are gonna bear with this. Is a little bit of an experimentation, so we'll see. What's that guy doing? Him and Yoka get along pretty good. They do some co-grooming. Uh-oh, Luke's moving over. It's gonna send him on his way. But it's quiet today, isn't it? If I'm not in there. A little quieter. It tends to be. Luke's got all the girls. Uh-oh. He's got to move. See, but I think that Mr. Wild will sooner or later win. I think he'll be able to sooner or later fight enough that Luke will. It depends. Who knows? You know, I wonder how old Luke will have to be before that happens. Look at Roni. What a nice looking horsey. He's paying attention to something. He is over there. Quite curious as to why they leave the barrels. I actually get a lot of questions about that too. What is with all the barrels? Well, usually we use them for riding, and it's too much of a pain in the butt to take them in and out, so just leave them in there. And but the horses are constantly sort of picking them up and knocking them over and all kinds of stuff. It's nice that Roni's not chasing her off right now. He's just looking at her. She can be there kind of peacefully. What conversation is happening right now? You know what I mean? What are they saying to each other? Somebody's working on hay bags right now. Oh, he's got to come over and tell her something. And she moves. It's good communication. Clear and concise. Oh, I had a great question that came through. And it was along the lines of how when I ask a horse to do something, I continue asking until they do it. And I can't recall exactly the way it was worded. Look at these two, eh? Oh, he's back to chewing on them. Let's do it again. Still don't have any answers for this. Ronnie's definitely in the wrong spot for doing that job. But anyways, the point of the question was, do you do that to make sure you maintain control, kind of thing? And the way it was worded was an interesting way to put it, in that I do it sort of as a point of being a boss, kind of thing. And I said I do it more like I just don't want to give up on communicating. I want to be able to say something to a horse, and if I were to stop saying it, and I always try to make the analogy of kids, because kids are the best analogy for horses. And it's like, if you tell your kid, go clean your room, or go brush your teeth, something like that, for everybody who has kids. These are kind of the two things where you sort of end up, you know, put your dishes away. And if you said it one time and they didn't do it, you wouldn't be a very effective communicator to your child, and they'd probably just ignore you. And then the next time you did it and you only asked 2 times, well, then they'd know they could ignore 2 times, because you wouldn't ask a third. And the next time you do it 3 times and you give up, well, then they just wait out that 3rd time. So a lot of times you'll hear trainers talk about how they have to fix horses or something crap like that, and because their owners are blah blah blah. And generally I would say it comes down to whether or not we are effective communicators. And an effective communicator is one that says, please do this. Right? You start with the nicest way you could think of. Oh, it would be just absolutely fantastic if you could brush your teeth. I'd be really happy about that. Kid's like, yeah. Like, you know, it would be great if you could brush your teeth. Yeah. Can you please go brush your teeth? Yeah. Go brush your teeth. All right. Sure. If you don't brush your teeth, I'm going to take away blah, blah, blah. And then they go brush their teeth. So you weaned it up to 4 times and are now yelling. But we want to be so consistent about that if you say something like, it would be absolutely fantastic if you could please go brush your teeth, would equate to if you don't, I'm going to take away your blah, blah, blah. Not that it does equate to that, but you know what I mean? Where that receiver of the communication will know 100% that you're just never going to give up asking. You are a clear communicator. You want to work together, and you definitely want to offer the very best request that you can offer. And I believe that's how horses communicate as well. You see Yoko there, she's very subtle. We'll watch. We watch every one of them when they communicate and they say something. The ones that give up on asking are the ones that stay lower. The ones that don't give up on asking, and they're very persistent about their asking, well, they go up in ranks if they're stronger. So if Yoko wanted to make a move here, and she's getting a little suntan right now, so she's feeling pretty good. Everybody's just in the corner. All of them, all 7. I've got a whole arena, and they're all just bunched over in this 50 by 50 square of a corner. Not even, probably like 40 by 40. Yep. It's incredible. So there's Roni. He's going to ask, right? And he's never going to give up until he gets what he wants. Makes him hire horse. Makes him a good communicator. I'm getting a big silhouette now because of that brightness. Luke is the same. When that lady was talking about that he's torturing Mr. Wild, he's not. He's just never giving up on what he's asking for, ever. You know, it's not a lot. He's not kicking. He's not hurting. He's not breaking skin. He's not breaking any bones. But he's diligent. And he's consistent. He says, I'm not going to stop doing this until you do what I want. Kind of pesky. So that's why when I ask a horse to do something, I just don't stop asking. So that they know that the very first time I ask is the important one. They might as well just listen to it because I'm never going to stop asking anyways. And it's clear. It's understandable. Such a fine specimen of a horse, isn't he? Here it comes. See, how can we load this frame to look the best? That's what I think about. Maybe like that? Or Gracie in the background? Everybody's so quiet this fine morning. Luke's got his 2 girls. He's probably going to tell Mr. Wild to take off. Yep. Let's get out of here, man. These ones are mine. Or something like that. Just look at that guy. So, hopefully that makes some sense. Hopefully that's kind of interesting. I'm still telling him where to go. He's not going to give up. He says, I've told you 5 times now. Get out of here. And that is exactly how we have to be. At any point, if we give up and we stop communicating what we want. See, Luke's talking. If he has to move his head towards him, it's kind of like, you know, the old school style of parenting, where, or go back to like, I don't know, like maybe the 70s or 80s. And I kind of liken it to this. I've seen it on TV. And mom would be telling the kid what to do. And she'd have to nag the kid so much that dad's sitting in the armchair, reading his newspaper. And the kid out of the corner of his eye could see dad's newspaper sort of creeping down a little lower to, what's going on there, kind of thing. And you knew as soon as that newspaper came down far enough, somebody was in trouble. Look at her. What is she doing to Luke? That's so cute. And that's why we don't want them doing it to us. Because all horses have danger in them. You have to be very cautious. the video that I did, a little short that I did of Little Miss trying to nibble on my shoulder a bit. 90% of people get it. 10% come in and tell me I'm a fool. And I'm okay with that. That's fine. But it's real. When you let a horse, you know, even Luke is telling her, don't. And so, even if you don't want to listen to me, listen to Luke. He knows best. There's Gracie. She says, don't chew on me. I don't like it. I don't think she's going to have much luck telling Gracie where to go, but we'll see. We'll see if anything comes of that. But I don't know. I think they're pretty evenly matched. But the point is that we need to watch these horses as much as possible to understand how to talk to horses. And when they're talking to us. Mina sure is quiet now. She was a little fun in the beginning, but now she just sort of takes it easy. Oh, we're losing focus. Come on, camera. Or actually, it's just the lens. They're all in the corner. Pretty boring. Okay, well, I think I'm done chit-chatting about random stuff. Get on with chores. Horses aren't really doing anything anyways, but this is kind of what it looks like when I don't go in there. So next time somebody asks me, well, why don't you not go in there? What do the horses do if you don't? Well, they kind of just be horses. And horses are innately... Oh, look at Yuka and Mr. Wild at the back there. They innately just sort of do nothing. Lena's moving in. Now they're in about a 20 by 20 area. All 7. Nope. Yuka's doing some talking. I don't know what she's going to try to get. Who's she going after now? Yeah, I could just watch these guys all day long. I really could, just to see what they're doing, what they're up to. Why they do it. More horses, the better. Okay, that's it for now. I think we're going to finish that off. I actually might do a little bit of some pictures. I might take some pictures of these guys. It's beautiful light to do so. And get on with all the normal chores and other activities to do. And I'll see you guys in the next one.